My appointment was cancelled for being 5 minutes late. I guess I have to reschedule. This happened about 4 years ago, when I got a summer job at my university. The job was working for professors that I had worked with before, and they asked me last minute to teach a summer workshop to 9th and 10th graders. So with less than 2 weeks before the camp starts, I have a bunch of paperwork to do first, including clearances that say I can work with kids. One of these is an official FBI check for which they need my fingerprints. Well, I needed to do the physical fingerprinting right away in order to get the result in time. Luckily, I was able to book a fingerprinting appointment for that Friday, booked 24 hours in advance, as required, which would be just barely enough time to get the result. That Friday I catch the subway to campus and it's atrociously slow. I'll admit I should have planned for this. The subway here is always behind. Anyway, I end up slightly late getting to campus, so I literally run to the police station and enter the front room at exactly 5 minutes after my appointment time. I know this because, as I stepped through the door, I felt my phone buzz with what turned out to be a "Your appointment has been cancelled" email. I speak to the security cop behind bulletproof glass inside and I learn the APPT was cancelled. After he checks my confirmation number, apparently they're automatically cancelled if you're not checked in within 5 minutes. Obviously this is outrageous, but I'm usually a patient guy. I ask if I can book a new appointment. That's no good since it would have to be Monday or later. So I grab a coffee from across the street and return to sit inside the police station to try and solve this with some Googling while I slip into a more and more frantic state of frustration. I can't find anywhere in the city that can fingerprint me before Monday. But here's what really pushed me over the edge. While I'm sitting there, at this point 30 minutes past my appointment time, someone else comes in for fingerprints. She shows up 5 minutes early. They take her in immediately, and she's out before her appointment was even scheduled to begin. The entire thing took her about 2 minutes. I point out to the cop behind the glass, as politely as I can, that clearly someone could see me right now because her appointment is already over. Why can't I have the current slot? But the cop insists that since my appointment was cancelled, my registration info was no longer in the system, and I can't be seen today. That's when the idea comes to me and I confirm with him that showing up early is not a problem, because they would have my APPT and registration info in the system. You see where I'm going with this? So I quietly sit back down and take out my phone. About 10 minutes later, I calmly approach him again and say, "Hello. I have a new appointment to be fingerprinted. I'm about 72 hours early." I have never seen such an exasperated sigh in my life. But he checked my new confirmation number and everything was in order. Within 10 minutes, I was walking back out after getting fingerprinted. TL. Doctor appointment was automatically cancelled because I was 5 minutes late. I can't go in now because my registration info is not in the system. But I can make an appointment for Monday and show up 72 hours early. At least he didn't try to fight with you about it. I wouldn't have considered that. This one sounds like both of you are maliciously complying with regulations from the faceless bureaucracy. Like, I suspect the system somehow just wouldn't take your prints if you didn't have a not cancelled appointment.
But once there was a way to do it, the officer went along.
What I'm curious about is if that guy ever told any other customers about the trick in the future. I'm sorry, your appointment was automatically cancelled. Unfortunately, since your appointment was cancelled, you're no longer in the system and I cannot process you. However, if you book an appointment for any future time, you'll be back in the system. You can even come early to that appointment. Very early. Days early. Love it. Rolling on the floor laughing and smart thinking on your part. I was waiting for some sort of I stole a pen, so they had to book me and take my prints. But this is much better. That guy was just sick of people turning up 15 minutes late and delaying everyone, but if it takes 2 minutes, then it doesn't seem like being a few minutes late would mess with the schedule. Crazy but amazing story. Love it. Well done. Top braining. You are everything I aspire to be in life. Brilliantly done. Lol, 72 hours early. I'd be scared to do that. Worth it, haha. Oh fuck, that's really clever. I wonder if that works for other things. Literal bureaucracy for the sake of bureaucracy. Or being a dick. Nice play. So you turned up late to an appointment. It's your fault, lol. For a moment, I thought you were going to try and get arrested to get free prints. Guess this was our wholesome compliance. As I was reading, I thought you were going to be a jerk about it. But then you beat the system with brain power. Nice work. FBI background checks only take 2 weeks now? My wife and I had to get background checks a bunch of times over the course of a few years in order to maintain visas to work in Korea. And each time it was a solid month and a half or longer. It was most definitely one of those situations where you needed to plan far in advance. 2 weeks would be laughably short. He's just working within the system. He probably can't do anything unless someone is already registered. Genius, thumbs up, medium light skin tone. Nice. Beat the system. Way better than I thought it was going to be. Good work.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.